Hello, I'm Jory Fisher, and I'm very happy to introduce you to business coach Jennifer Perrow. We are both with the Mid-Atlantic Alliance Group with Network in Action. Jennifer, so glad to have you with me today. How are you?
Thank you, Jory. I'm excited to be here.
You stepped up and were our first member of the Mid-Atlantic Regional. I am so proud of you and very, very excited to have the opportunity to get to know you better as we work on growing your business and growing the network of Mid-Atlantic states, in the Mid-Atlantic states, of business owners who understand the importance of networking and developing a long-term meaningful relationship. So say more about that with respect to your own business, because I know you well enough to know that you value long-term relationship making.
I really do. I think in anything that we do, connection is really what sets people apart.
Right.
There's so many coaches out there. There's so many people who do all the different businesses that are out there. And if you can find the people that you really connect with, that you click with, both of you will get more out of the experience. I'm excited to be part of this network in particular, because I feel like you and I connected so easily. And if you and I connect so easily, then certainly anybody else that you bring into the Alliance is going to be a great fit for me. So it was an easy
Thank you. I like to think so too. So that's good to hear. And we know that's true with the other members. I know you will definitely get to know them just as well. And they are fantastic. So congratulations on being our first member, Jennifer.
Thank you.
What was it that made you get into business coaching? There's so many things somebody like you could do. You're so talented.
Thank you. I tell people this is my fourth career, and it's the first one that I actually chose. I have a degree in psychology, fell into the world of human resources back in the 90s for about 10 years, was in HR with a strong focus on recruiting back in the .com days. And then I became a business owner myself. I started an IT services company with my then husband, and we built that to 7 figures, had a successful business. Unfortunately, not all partnerships are good partnerships, and it was time for me to leave. And I took that experience and actually relationships that I built as the owner of the IT company to find my next job. I moved into an operations role with a regional property management company where the owner was I was in a business owners group with him. And I had gone and said, I don't know what I want to do or who's going to hire me, but here's what I've done. And he immediately raised his hand. He had grown this business tremendously and had 30 employees, almost every single one of whom was reporting to him. And he recognized that he needed structure and systems and processes so that things would be done consistently, and hired me as his kind of right-hand person to do that. And we were very successful over 5 years, got systems structured, streamlined processes, more than doubled our size, and just a really good experience, especially being on the operations side after being an owner. So I could look at it
right
with 2 different points of reference, right? I could look at it from an employee perspective as well as the owner perspective, which I think is really important when you're growing a company.
Yes.
Every decision a business owner makes impacts the employees, and every decision an employee makes impacts the owner. And so that worked out well. But I got to the point where I was ready to do more. And I had known for a while that I wanted to be a coach and planned on doing it when my kids finished college, but my youngest was still in high school, and I decided this is the time. So I chose business coaching specifically because of my experience. Business owners are my people. we speak the same language. I've had the lonely nights, I've had the frustrating nights, I've dealt with partner challenges, I've dealt with growth, I've dealt with contraction, and I've dealt with recession, and all the things that one
you dealt with the pandemic.
Exactly. Now I've dealt with a pandemic. So it's I have a talent of helping others find their kind of calling, their gift, and then helping them maximize their potential. And I think my background in business just made sense for me to focus on the business side of coaching.
And you're loving it.
I am loving it. I love helping my clients. I love watching them accomplish things they never thought they really could do. So it's been.
Well, how about if you give us an example of a couple of your clients who would sing your praises if I were to give them a call?
Sure. Gosh, one in particular I love, I think as much because I envy her journey. I'll be honest. Phenomenal young woman. She's in her 20s and graphic designer. Started her business because she recognized that she could make more money freelancing than working for another person. And her first year was just blown away with her success, her financial success. It's the stereotypical, she created a job for herself. But then she kind of looked around, was like, man, I think if I can do this with just me, what could I do if I took this seriously?
Okay.
And so she hired me to help her really learn how to run a business. And we've been working together, gosh, we're in our second year. I'm trying to think how far along in the second year. But it's just phenomenal watching her grow and develop. Last year, so during COVID, she set a goal for herself that was an aggressive revenue goal. And halfway through the year, she increased it because she knew she was going to hit it. And she increased it, added another $40,000 on to it, to the goal. And she hit it.
Oh my God.
And what's really cool is she hit it because of a few different things that we worked on. I helped her with pricing. I helped her with packaging. I helped her with how to manage contractors, when to bring them in, when to do the work herself, how to work with her clients and maintain consistency, even though multiple people were getting involved. But what just blows my mind, she did all of this while moving around the country. She and her husband took advantage of COVID and decided they would explore. And so every 3 to 6 months, they pick up and move to a new place.
Oh my goodness.
A new town.
Is that the part you envy?
Yes, so much. But it's been neat because she's worked hard and put some structure in place.
There you go.
And developed some key relationships that's enabled her to pick up and move easily. And she's, we were talking about she's getting ready to move next month, or I guess it's March, the end of this month. And she's got her process down. She knows she needs this much time to pack, this much time to actually unpack. This is what they're getting better with what they take, where they're going, and she's timing her business around it. So she knows to block off like schedules and things. And it's just, it's neat to watch her grow and exceed. And then the goals this
year.
And
that's what gives you joy.
Exactly, is watching her just excel. I have another client. I did a little project with him at the beginning of last year. It was two-man shop, commercial real estate. And, anybody who knows commercial real estate, the past couple of years has not been
tough.
But he still wanted to have an aggressive growth. Well, actually at the time it was not considered an aggressive growth goal, but it was a growth goal.
Okay.
But when I worked with him, it was because he and his assistant were overwhelmed with everything that was going on, because he had his fingers in a lot of different things. And how do you keep, both of them had to be on the same page, and how do you do that with not and not be just side by side 24/7. And
Right.
how do you communicate? How do you stay on top of priorities? How do you know when to turn away from something or lean into something else? And so I worked with them on getting themselves organized, maximizing an online project management tool that they were using, and really being intentional about the processes. So when they had a transaction, what steps had to occur in what order? So they created a template for each of their projects. Fast forward, talked with them in their planning retreat in January, and they had over 200% growth over their goal.
Well, congratulations to you, Jennifer. Awesome.
Isn't that incredible?
It really is.
Yeah. And I mean, they obviously did all the work,
Yeah.
but they were able, he said, we were busy. We were really busy the whole time. He was able to take a total of 5 weeks of vacation throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but because we always knew where to come back to.
Yeah.
And we stay. And it's that's what I love, is helping visionaries, these high driving individuals, get surround themselves with the right people and processes so that their businesses flourish.
I love it. Well, Jennifer, I am sure that people listening to this are going to want to reach out to you. So what is the best way for them to do that?
Well, you can always go to my website. It's www.perrowadvisoryservices.com, and Perrow is spelled Perrow. There's actually a free assessment on there if they want to find out where they are in their business
Perfect.
growth. My email is jennifer@perrowadvisory.com, and they can always give me a call at 804-215-1268.
That's great, Jennifer. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
I hope you get lots of business out of this interview, and I know you'll get a lot of business out of being part of Network in Action. So thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.